हेलो दोस्तों, आप देख रहे हैं फिल्मी बीट। दोस्तों, बात करते हैं कश्मीर फाइल्स की, जो एक बार फिर से विवादों में आ गई है। आपको बता दें कि जब से यह फिल्म रिलीज हुई है तब से ये लगातार विवादों में बनी हुई है। इस फिल्म के कंटेंट से लेकर इस फिल्म के डायलॉग डिलीवरी तक हर चीज इसकी सुर्खियों में बनी रही है। डायरेक्टर विवेक अग्निहोत्री के खिलाफ काफी ज्यादा हेट कॉमेंट्स भी देखे गए हैं। इस फिल्म को लेकर भी काफी ज्यादा क्लैशेस देखे गए हैं और अब एक बार फिर यह फिल्म विवादों में आ गई है। दरअसल हाल ही में दिल्ली में एक इवेंट हुआ था जहाँ विवेक अग्निहोत्री पहुंचे थे और उन्होंने हाल ही में हुई इंटरनेशनल प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस कैंसलेशन पर बात की है। जी हाँ दोस्तों, कश्मीर फाइल्स से रिलेटेड एक इंटरनेशनल प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस होने वाली थी जो कि हो गई है कैंसिल। और इस इवेंट में विवेक अग्निहोत्री ने इसी बात का खुलासा किया है कि आखिर क्यों हुई है ये इंटरनेशनल प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस कैंसिल। इसके साथ ही दोस्तों, विवेक अग्निहोत्री ने इंटरनेशनल मीडिया पर भी बात कही है कि वो किस तरह से ऐसे मुद्दों से बचते हैं और ऐसी फिल्म्स के बारे में बात करना पसंद नहीं करते हैं। दोस्तों, देखिए इस वीडियो में कि क्या कहा है विवेक अग्निहोत्री ने।
Nobody, not even one, bothered to ask me that all those victims who you have interviewed, can we talk to anyone? Not even one tried to ask me the facts I have shown are right or wrong. There were no line of question which was related to the film. They had only two words, and I have all of them as evidence. If the need be, I can make them public. Only two things they talk about: Muslims and Modi, and which gives me clear reason to believe that they are agenda driven. And whatever reply you give them, they don't care. Ultimately, they just pick up one word or one line and they put it there, and you are wrongly presented. And all these articles, right from Time to BBC to Al Jazeera to CNN to The Economist, have not spoken about the film. They have not reviewed the film. In fact, they have tried to say why this film is being made at all. The people who failed to report the genocide are upset with a film being made on the genocide. And they don't have the guts to ask the same questions to Mr. Spielberg, who made Schindler's List. So, I want to tell you that under this design, under this conspiracy, our press conference was cancelled. I was advised not to speak about it. I was told by a very senior journalist who I respect a lot. He said, if you do that, everybody will get united. And the same thing happened with Press Club of India. After confirming everything, they also cancelled last evening. So I just want to bring a couple of things to your notice. There are 3-4 major allegations against this film, which are coming from these major agenda-driven foreign media players. Number one, in all their articles they write, this is a piece of fiction. And they write this is a piece of fiction because it is in our disclaimer. In fact, the Time has falsely reported that the film begins with a disclaimer which says this is a piece of fiction. I want you to understand this design. The disclaimer is here in front of me, CBFC certified, and we showed this CBFC certified disclaimer everywhere in the world where we have shown the film. The first line of it begins like this: this film is based on true incidents as recorded in video testimonials of the victims of Kashmir genocide. It goes on to say, to respect the dead and the victims' families, we have changed the name and timelines. It is a very ethical thing to do. All responsible filmmakers do that. If you see some of the greatest true stories, you hide the names. In the end, there is a technical line which Indian courts force you to put. CBFC forces you to put. It is not out of choice, which says that filmmaker does not take any responsibility for any kind of inaccuracy. And this is assumed from them that it's a fictional story. And since it's reported in Time and all major, these 5-6 usual suspects, therefore some people, genocide deniers, people who want to cancel this genocide story, have gone and also vandalized the Wikipedia page, and they have written this film is based, it's a fictional story. Muslim police officers dying in Kashmir is a true story. Not even one Kashmiri Pandit family living in Kashmir today is a fake story. This is the narrative they are trying to create. It's for you to judge why it is being done. With all due respect, something which all the governments, I am underlining all the governments, all the civil societies, all human rights commissions, all empathy ambassadors, and especially these global media should have done, which is in any civilized society to record the testimonies of the victims. All the testimonies of Jew survivors were recorded. In every war and any crime like this, the foreign media runs first and they record testimonies of the victims, which everybody failed to do collectively. Two resource-less filmmakers did. Today, we are the only people in the entire world who have testimonies of the surviving victims of Kashmiri Hindu genocide. And we are very proud of this. And they are very ashamed of this. And that's why it reflects their failure and they want to destroy the credibility of this film. Second biggest allegation against us is that this film is funded by the government of India. It's very hilarious, it's very childish, I shouldn't be answering it, but I want to. This film was in the making for last 4 years. Not secretly, but openly. Every day's account, if you go to our social media posts of our I Am Buddha and my own, it's all out. We have reported every single thing we did in the process of researching and making this film. In fact, the name of this film was crowdsourced. When we got this idea to make this film, I put out on social media that if you have any title, give, and this title actually has come from the people. Then we invited people to participate in the research process. A lot of research was crowdsourced. GKPD facilitated this entire research all over the world. We traveled all over the world. Everybody knew about this film. Nobody alleged that this is government funded or government supported.